Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Welcome to our discussion on topic that's play a crucial role in shaping the future of our youth sexual education. My name is Nur Imelda Jasrina and I am the moderator for today's session. Before I start, I would like to define what is sexual education. Sexual education is crucial because it teaches students about their bodies, relationship, and make a safe choice about sex. It helps them to understand themselves, respect others, and make informed decisions about their sexual health, like preventing unplanned pregnancies, reducing the spread of infection, and promoting healthy relationships. Ultimately, it equips students with the knowledge and skill they need to stay safe and healthy as they grow up. And our goal today is to explore the various perspectives on how sexual education should be implemented in school. And today we have a distinguished panel of medical experts, educators, parents, and students. Let's begin by introducing our panels. Next to me, I have Miss Nurin Idina, a teacher from Tenbai International School. And next to her, we have Dr. Nufaizurin, a gynecologist from Sunway Medical Center. And we have Mr. Haziq, one of the parents. And lastly, we have Ahmad Dani, a student representative from SMKTTDI. Thank you all for being here. So I would like to start with posing a question to you, Ms. Nurin Idina. As a teacher, how do you face these challenges of implementing sexual education, and what are those challenges?
So first of all, I would like to thank our moderator for giving me opportunity to speak here. Yes, of course, as a teacher, I face a lot of challenges in implementing this education, which would create a controversy with the students' parents. Sexual education is often a sensitive subject. Certain community members and parents might have issues with some part of the curriculum because of their own belief and cultural expectations. Besides, I think this education also will create a discomfort environment where students and the teachers will not feel comfortable because they might be shy to share their problems, and this will result in oversight or insufficient discussion of these important issues. Other than that, I think teachers plays a vital role where they need to teach students about the anatomy, the contraceptions, infection caused by sexual activities, and pregnancy and the reproductive process in an accurate and age-appropriate manner. By providing a secure space like a women's sessions every week, I think this will make the students feel more comfortable by sharing their thoughts and worry regarding these issues. I think most doctors agree with these activities because it will produce a positive impact.
Yes, I do agree with that because as a specialist itself, students' parents may have not seen an eye to eye about this matter. So instead of going to a particular individuals, they can share the problem about our internal organs with just their friends with the same gender. Yep.
Yeah, I think that was a good point because it is a prominent thing where high school students need to safely navigate the complexity of sexuality and relationships, and teachers are essential in providing them with skills and a good knowledge. Yeah.
I see that's very concerning matter and thoughtful opinion. Now, Dr. Nufaizurin, would you like to voice out your opinion on sexual education in school?
Yes, first of all, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be here to talk about this. And as we all know that sex education is an educational principle that raises awareness about various sexual changes and process in the body. And I think not everyone is fully aware of how dangerous it is if we don't implement the basic knowledge of sexual education in high school. It informs students about reproductive health, related organs, adolescence, and most importantly, sexual transmitted diseases, or shortened as STD or STIs. So other than that, it can also raise awareness in order to protect people from having a misconception about sexual related issues. So if you look at a report done by WHO, which is World Health Organization, they estimate that 376 million new cases of curable STDs or STIs has occurred worldwide in 2016 among adults aged 15 to 49 years old. So, with some of the examples of the diseases, which is gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, trichomoniasis, and these diseases, for example, like gonorrhea, we can get gonorrhea from intercourse, oral sex, anal sex, or even sharing sex toys with an infected person. And in addition to that, long-lasting or lifelong viral STDs, human papillomavirus, or shortened as HPV, and herpes simplex virus, which is HSV, affect hundreds of millions of people globally at any point and any time. So if STDs are not being addressed properly, they can have a major impact on the sexual and reproductive health. And STDs or STIs can also lead to infertility, increased vulnerability to HIV, and also pregnancy complications. And now when we're talking about pregnancy complications, sexual education can also reduce teen pregnancy at a young age.
So I agree with Dr. Faizurin's point where she said that teen pregnancy can be reduced with sex education because by giving students a comprehensive sex education, it offers students to the power to make decisions that are healthier and result in lower rates of teen pregnancy. Where students who receive a comprehensive sex education will 50% will less make report about this teen's pregnancy compared to those who receive abstinence-only educations.
Yes, and it can also be proven because sex education has caused a plunge in the United States teen birth rate based on a report done in California and Ventura County, where the recently released statistics showed that the birth rate went from 36.2 to 34.1 per 1,000 births to adolescent mothers. And according to the California Department of Public Health, the rate of teen birth, which was previously 37.1 in the year 2007, decreased by 1.9 per 1,000 in 2008. And secondly, an epidemiologist with the CDC, Tricia Mueller, her team has made a report that based on a national survey of 2019, teens aged 15 to 19 years old in 2002, where her team found that teen boys were 3 times more likely to use contraceptive methods, which was mentioned before. And some of the examples were like they're using implants, injectables, patches, vaginal rings, and much more compared to those who did not went through sex education. And thirdly, for teenage girls who took sex education, the risk of having sex before the age of 15 is reduced to 59%, while for boys are 71% compared to those who did not take sex education. Now, looking into the credibility and evidence and the research has been done in this matter, it is safe to say that sex education in school is heavily encouraged on. And children and teenagers need good and correct information from the right sources about sex, sexual relationships, and various other related issues in order to make a right decision for their present and for the future. And because they will be our future pilot for the next generation and so on, coming on the future. That's
I
it.
see that both of you support this method to be implemented in schools, and I want to know your views on Mr. Hazi as a parent. What's your thought about this method?
Okay. As a parent myself, one concern for parents in sex education may conflict with their personal, religion, and cultural beliefs. They argue that it should be their right to impart these values to their children in a way that aligns with their family's principles. Additionally, some parents might feel that high school students are too young to receive detailed information about sex. They worry that such education could encourage sexual activity before the children are emotionally mature enough to handle it. Moreover, many parents contend that discussing sex and sexuality is primarily a parental responsibility. They believe that schools should focus on academic subjects, leaving moral and ethical teachings to their families. There are concerns about privacy and the discomfort that discussing sexual topics in a classroom setting might cause both students and their families might feel uneasy about such discussions occurring in an educational environment. Furthermore, parents might fear that the content of sex education programs could be too explicit or not age appropriate. They worry that it might introduce concepts that are beyond the understanding of interest of their children at that stage. To conclude my point, while there are valid concerns among parents regarding sex education in schools, it is crucial to recognize the broader benefits of comprehensive sexual education. By providing accurate information in a supportive environment, schools can play a vital role in promoting healthy attitude towards sexuality and relationships. This education not only equips students with essential knowledge to make informed decisions, but also helps in fostering respect for diverse beliefs and values. Ultimately, a balanced approach that respects parental rights while ensuring access to reliable information is essential for supporting the well-being and development of young people in our society.
I see that we have a contrast of opinion on this matter. Now, Ahmad Dhani, as a student, what's your view about this matter?
Okay, first and foremost, I would like to thank this discussion for giving us students a platform to voice our opinions on the matter. I'm on the same boat as Mr. Haziq, where we are against the idea of sexual education being taught in schools. My team and I have done a survey and are asking students from my school their thoughts and opinions on the matter also, and it came out with 5 main points of to reject the idea. First and foremost is cultural and religious beliefs. As we all know, Malaysia is a multicultural and multi-religious country, and many students come from backgrounds where sexuality is considered a private or a taboo topic. Cultural or religious teachings may emphasize abstinence until marriage and view discussing sexual topics openly as inappropriate or morally just wrong. Consequently, students may resist sexual education programs that contradict these beliefs. Next is parental influence and upbringing. Students often mirror the behaviors and of their parents or guardians regarding sexual education. If parents are uncomfortable, like Mr. Haziq, in discussing the sex or believe it should be solely their responsibility to educate their children, they may oppose school-based sexual education programs. Students in turn might reject these programs to align with their family's values and respect their parents' decisions. Next is fear of encouraging sexual activity. So some students and parents fear that teaching comprehensive sexual activity could promote early sexual experimentation among young people. So they may believe that providing information on contraception and safe sex practices implicitly condones sexual activity. So by teaching them what sexual education is, they might experiment and find out themselves whether it is safe or not. Next is perception of inappropriate content. Opponents of sexual education sometimes argue that the material covered is too explicit or too detailed for young learners. Concerns about exposing students to graphic descriptions, like in science textbooks, might give images that lead to resistance to such programs, as they believe the content is inappropriate for our age group. And after that, lack of trust in school systems. In some communities, there is a general distrust of school systems or educators when it comes to sensitive topics like sexuality. Skepticism about the motives behind sexual education programs, such as concerns about promoting certain values or ideologies, can lead students and parents to oppose these initiatives. So, in conclusion, the opposition to sex education in schools is rooted in various concerns, including cultural and religious beliefs, as well as fears about the age appropriateness, privacy, and control over content. While these concerns are valid for some families, it's essential to recognize the benefits also. While these concerns are valid for some families, we have to also give props and of course take in the information from our teachers and the professionals, so we can get all the insights and knowledge to sex education.
Thank you, Ahmad Ali and the other panelists for your insight regarding this issue with thoughtful event. As far we have discussed, both panelists have expressed their views to support sexual education to raise awareness and reduce teen pregnancies. But the others highlight concern about conflicts with personal and religious and cultural values and opposition to contraception and differing view on gender and sexual identity. As we move forward together, we can ensure students receive the skill and knowledge they need to stay healthy and informed life. I think we have come to the end. Thank you so much to our distinguished panelists for spending their time by sharing your thought about this matter. Have a great day.